got booked for a shoot by Keith, and I took pictures for him.
Yeah.
And we were in his living room at the time, and we were taking pictures for his like just to give him pictures or whatever, not knowing he used one of them on a like single like album art.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's hard, like that you did that. And then I hit him, I'm like, yo, like we should work, like I love this like this song, like we should work. He's like, yeah, for sure, like whenever. So we linked up. I'm Brandon Michael.
I'm Keith Applewhite.
And we're Orange Jacket here at Slacker Studios. And shout out to
Whiskeey Pose.
Aspect, I guess we're just trying to just push people's ears, because I noticed like some of my favorite artists, like like Kanye, Pharrell, like they were my favorite because they didn't sound like anybody else at that time.
No, they really didn't.
And like they literally like were just on their own kind of sound, and because of that, they pushed me into different stuff. Like I wouldn't listen to Daft Punk if it wasn't for Pharrell. Like, he put me on the Daft Punk. Like, and then after that, I did like deeper into Daft Punk and whatever the case is. So like, I would just say like definitely pushing people's ear would be a key for me at least. Like, I want like people that grow up around my neighborhood or in my city, like to not just listen to like the gangster raps and shit. Like, be comfortable with listening to some shit like this. Because like that's what I noticed. Like it didn't matter like how hood you were. Like you listened to like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Like I had hood homies that like was listening to Kanye. It's like I wouldn't expect that, but it's like like that's the best kind of shit.
So when you guys were forming Orange Jacket, what kind of like direction were you thinking? Like, how did this even form?
you want to say it or you want me to?
I'll say it. So originally, like to take it all the way to the start. I had got booked for a shoot by Keith, and I took pictures for him. And we were in his living room at the time, and we were taking pictures for his like just to give him pictures or whatever, not knowing he used one of them on a like single like album art. And I was like, oh, that's hard, like that you did that. And then I hit him, I'm like, yo, like we should work, like I love this like this song, like we should work. He's like, yeah, for sure, like whenever. So we linked up, and when we linked up, that's when we made home. We made home in his garage. And that was the first time we linked up. And I loved the song, but even then we were just like, I thought it was just like, a song that I was gonna have on my like soon to come like project. But then next thing you know, we ended up going to my friend's house to get the song mixed. And then from there, like we made another track, and then it just kept on coming organically. And then we was like, we might as well just keep rolling with this.
Okay. And then when did it come to that point where you realized like, I want to turn this into a project as opposed to just like trying to just collab?
The night we made the song Palisades. Yeah, we were at our homie's Vinny house, and like we made that track probably like, I kid you not, maybe in like 30 minutes, if that. From beat to like lyrics to laying it down to just everything. Like it was cool. So after we like completed that record, we was like, we gotta form a group, but we didn't come up with the group name like right away.
How'd you guys come up with the group name?
I came up with it. It was just just like just late night. I was chilling at home and shit. It was, how many months was it? We didn't have a name. It was a while. So it was like, okay, like we trying to drop a song, so we're gonna need a name. So I don't know. Orange is just one of my favorite colors, and like I don't know, jacket. It just came up, and I was like, Orange Jacket. I'm like, that's kind of hard. It sticks. So, so we just ran with that shit. So.
Yeah, I heard like orange is a pretty creative, like artistic color. I don't know if you noticed, but all the goats wear like orange beanies.
Of course.
So of course. Orange Jacket, you guys are already.
I appreciate it.
Palisades. So I remember listening to Palisades, and I was like, what threw me off was the bossa nova beat, the drum beat.
Bro, that like listen, at the start of the beat, I literally like say to the engineer and the producer who made it, Vinny, I was like, yo, Vinny, what is this? Because it's like I didn't really get attached to it because it was like off of that bossa nova. I was like, where are you trying to take us? Like I wasn't sure, but once he put that first guitar string down, I was like, okay, I trust you. I'm sorry for even like saying anything basically because I fully understood what he was doing. So I feel you just to say I feel that.
So Vinny, would you say is like kind of like a third ear, like a part of like the Orange Jacket?
Oh, I wouldn't say he's a part of Orange Jacket, but he's an honorary member. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
It wouldn't be no Orange Jacket without that session.
So he was like a big producer of the project, you would say.
He added a couple of production on some tracks, and he produced all the Palisades. Yeah. So, but no, he's amazing. He's one of the like craziest producers. Like you can't even call him a producer or an engineer anymore. You gotta just call him an artist. Like what he does is art. Like he's a DJ on the side. He could do it all. Like he could play damn near every instrument. And
he like a professional rollerblader too.
Professional rollerblader too. Like he does everything that he does, and like I love bro to death.
Yeah, that's my guy.
He definitely has the key for sure.
So when you guys link up, like what is your process like when you write? Like, are you on the guitar or you hop on drum pad or anything?
He usually starts with like a drum patterns majority of the time. And then I usually like pick up my guitar and come up with like melodies and things like that, along with like hooks. And stuff. So that's pretty much how it goes usually in our most of our sessions. So.
Okay. And a lot of these songs were like they created on the spot, or did you like come in with ideas? Like
they were created on the spot. I think the only songs that we like sat on ideas for would probably be like Complex Human. We like sat and wrote for. And then I think Where You Going maybe? Did we write? I think we made the beat one day.
Yeah, and then I think we came out the next day.
Yeah, we came back the next day and wrote. So like maybe those two tracks were the only two. The rest of them were just real spur of the moment. Like how we were just having a jam session. We were just jam for a second. Like idea that sticks. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And then we also got because we're both producers, it also helps because like we're both able to just show each other our beats. Like that just helps.
Okay, so you said Palisades took you 30 minutes to write,
no, just Palisades took us 30 to 45 minutes to finish, start to finish.
Oh, okay.
From Vinny starting the bossa nova beat to the end, it took about 45 minutes.
And as beautiful as that sounds, not every song is that easy.
Oh yeah,
no, it's not.
So what song took the longest? Which one was the one that you really liked?
That's a great question.
What song did we have to keep on going back and forth for?
It might be Home because we had to re-record it.
I don't think Home because we only re-recorded Home. Maybe Complex Human.
Possibly, yeah.
No.
That's a great question.
Was there any song that was just kind of
actually no intro because it was the last harmony. That was the one thing we kept on getting stuck on. And we wasn't sure how we was going how Keith was going put the harmonies on. So we just kept on going back and forth with video okay, this sounds good. Can you add this? Can you add that? It's sorry to say this, but can you actually scratch that whole thing and go back to the beginning? It took a while, but I'm glad he's real lenient and he understands where we're going with stuff. And he knows we're being perfectionists with it because it's worth being perfectionists over. So probably the intro. And I say that just to say it really doesn't take that long for us. I know a lot of artists say it takes long for certain songs or it doesn't, but I think it roughly doesn't really take us that long to work just because that chemistry is already there. And it's if something's good, we're already honed into the fact where it's all right, we're gonna get this done right now, or we're it's okay, we'll just worry about it later. So it's no real in between. So it's either we're 100% on it, or it's we're 0% and just save it for later, or whatever the case may be.
Try some other ideas.
Do you guys have any songs that didn't make the album that you guys were kind of messing with? Any scrap songs?
We had a little.
I'll say production wise. I'll say things that we didn't actually record on. Like we made a couple of beats in the beginning that were actually good, but they just didn't make the cut.
We got Table for Two. Low-key, I fuck with Table for Two.
Nah, Table for Two. Yeah,
if you don't want that one. Low-key, I might have to keep that one.
Yeah, nah, Table for Two is one that didn't.
You guys planning on releasing that at any point? Maybe.
I'm not
gonna stay in the vault.
It might stay in the vault. We'll see.
I know how that goes.
Yeah, you never really know.
So when it comes to harmonies, because you do most of the singing, right? Majority. Do you actually like sit down and write out your harmonies on keyboards, or do you all do it by ear?
Yeah, everything's by ear. Yeah, whatever I kind of hear, I just because I sing at my church.
Okay.
And, you know, there's like 3 parts. You have your sopranos, your altos, and your tenor. Sometimes baritone, the lower notes.
Yeah.
So like I just try to do all those different things. And it just blends most of the time. So.
Yeah. And I would say you nailed it pretty damn good on the record.
Appreciate it.
You know, What in terms of the project itself, like what kind of range are you trying to push yourself throughout this process? You know, like are you just trying to be like an R&B singer? Like what do you see yourself being, the bigger picture?
That's a great question. I don't want to be boxed in anything. So like whatever people like perceive it as. Like if you wanna call me a rapper, then so be it. If you wanna call me a R&B singer, so be it. If you wanna just say I'm in a whole different lane, then so be it. So I just don't want to just be boxed in just one thing.
Musically,
everywhere. Yeah. Whatever people perceive it as.
Okay.
Well, this was my first like everything. Like Home was my first ever like record that I actually produced and then actually like recorded on.
Okay.
Palisades was the first record that I've ever actually put out. Like this project was the first project I've ever touched and put out. So it's like everything was first for me. So I knew that there was no expectations.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like kind of like expected more from myself basically.
Okay.
To say it in better words. And I just wanted to, I just wanted to actually challenge myself because I like rapping, I don't mind rapping, and I love producing.
Yeah.
So I just challenged myself on the production level, and then also on rapping, I tried to do as best as I can.
Okay. And who would you say are like some of your influences in production?
Timberland and Pharrell off the rip. Because for me it's all about balance. Like it doesn't matter if I can understand you, it doesn't matter if I can even hear you. If you got that balance, you got a head nod out of me.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter if you're saying bullshit. If you got that balance, that's all that I care about. So for sure them two. Obviously like Quincy Jones and stuff, but like like those two for like, my personal favorites for sure.
Okay. And then when you approach rapping, how does that come together? Like, are there any influences that come into mind where
I try to actually not have influences rapping. Obviously, I got like personal favorite rappers like Kanye, Tyler, like all of those, but it's just I feel like I don't even like during this project I wasn't listening to rap that much because I didn't want to like subconsciously like take somebody else's flow or take somebody else's like bars or any of the case. Like I just wanted it to be just me, so nobody could really like tie my rapping or my ability to anybody, which I haven't seen yet, which I'm kind of glad about. So the biggest,
it seems like the biggest objective when you guys are making this project was to make it sound as organic as possible.
Yeah, that's pretty
definitely.
Good.
I think you guys accomplished that pretty well.
Thank you, bro.
That's why you guys have such a unique sound.
Appreciate it.
And it's really cool. Like I remember you guys dropped your first song, Palisades, right? That was the first one.
Yeah, the first track.
And I remember listening to it, and I was like, oh, cool. Like I want to see what's in it. And then you dropped. How many more singles did you drop out?
We dropped Home, and then we dropped the demo for Where You Go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then the album came out, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, how's the creative side been since the album has dropped?
I'm sorry.
Well, I haven't like recently like kind of made anything. Just wanna like you were saying earlier, like get our ears fresh for when we do make things again. But I mean, I've been practicing on guitar, like here and there, like practicing chords and things. But I haven't like physically like made anything. So
and when you guys are listening to music, is there like Is there, you know, any inspiration where you're like, oh, I kind of want to sound like this, or I kind of want this feel,
Definitely.
or this vibe?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay.
I feel like more recently I've been listening to like newer artists and getting attached to newer artists. I used to like just be the dude where like only oldies, like I prefer older artists, but like now like I've been like opening my ear a lot more, and like the newer artists are going crazy. Like new rap, new R&B, new like indie, everything is just like crazy recently. So I feel like, you know, I don't know, I feel like the current wave of people just being organic just motivates me to be more organic. So,
gotcha.
Same on this end, you know. There's a lot of like talented people like coming out as of late, you know. Like, it's crazy to see like where music is like going, you know.
Yeah, it really, it's like you're getting like genres within genres within genres.
Yeah.
And you just can't even explain it anymore.
Exactly, yeah.
It's like getting a blank canvas and just throwing different colors of paint.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Because like when all these artists are blending all these different genres, it makes you question like what is a genre at that point.
Yeah.
There's been so many people that made albums recently where it's like, you know, like that person is known for being an R&B singer. That person's known for being a rapper, but that doesn't mean that that's technically an R&B album or a rap album. Like everybody's just pushing genres, and I just love it. It continues that conversation.
We're creating a new section of genre fluid, you know?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And okay, so are there any artists you would like to be associated with in terms of like playlists, you know, like certain artists that you listen to and you're like, oh, you know, like I could hear my song coming on after this or something like that.
That's
you know?
Interesting.
Like a DJ mix, for example. You know, where do you guys see yourself fitting in?
Well, I mean, I listen to, you know, like a lot of like Spotify playlists.
Yeah.
And, like, I can hear us like maybe, you know, like some alternative R&B-ish playlists.
Okay.
What else?
Cause you know how they have like, you know, like Dijon, for example, like Dijon Radio or something like that.
Yeah.
Like you guys would like to find yourselves under something like that.
I mean, that'd be nice if it happened.
Of course,
yeah.
Everything's better than nothing.
Yeah, for sure.
But as an artist, I feel like maybe.
I mean, obviously, you want everybody on your own radio.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's kind of the mindset that we've been having. Like, and I feel like it's kind of like we haven't even had to talk about it. It's just like you know, nobody can really little brother us. Like we've been doing everything we've been doing since like. We've been doing it, which sounds like stupid as hell, but it's the truth. Like we've been producing for as long as we've been doing it on our own. Like we don't really have no big brother in this thing. We're just doing everything as organic as possible. So, you know, we would love to like, you know, be compared to people that we listen to, like obviously like Tyler and like, you know, all the big artists. But I mean, like we want to be as big as them eventually.
Yeah, for sure.
And do you guys like intend on doing any shows next year? Like,
yeah, of course.
What do you guys like? Have you guys thought about any plans for the future yet, or are you just still taking it all in?
So, I feel like right now we're like not over the album because we still have visuals to knock out.
Yeah.
But past that, we're just like, you know, like you said, taking it in. Like enjoying, like, you know, having the whole project done. Like that's a lot.
Yeah, this is like my first project too.
Okay.
You know? So I've had like a couple of singles out, like personal singles on my own. But like as far as coming together to create the actual project, this is my first two. Like you know, so you know, it's big. You know, it's your first one. So
exactly.
It's crazy.
Like COVID definitely like pushed back a lot of our ideas for shows and stuff like that. But we definitely are trying to do a lot of shows.
Yeah.
Both, you know, virtually and live. Like we want to get live bands going eventually and do what we can. Hopefully we could tour, get on somebody's tour.
Yeah.
You never really know nowadays.
You never know.
Yeah, we'd love to do anything.
And personally, like when you guys are sitting there writing these songs, like is there any message that you guys are trying to, you know, put out, or what are you guys trying to say with your music?
Well, I mean, as you hear the album, it's a lot of like love going on. You know, like you know, don't be afraid to love. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, we have songs like "Figure It Out" where it's like the opposite of love too.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know, everybody goes through situations.
Exactly.
You know, people go through experience these type of things throughout their lives. You know, at least at some point.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to push. You know, just personal things that happen in everybody's lives, like daily. So. It's pretty much it, you know. People can relate, you know. Some people may not, but you know.
Yeah. Okay, and then you guys hinted at some visuals. I mean, you don't have to say the names of the songs if you don't want to, but you know, do you guys have like any music videos like coming out soon or anything? What do you guys got in mind for visuals?
We holding a lot of the visuals in the vault for the right opportunity.
Okay.
Like, I feel like mainly because we just get inspired very quickly.
Yeah.
And we'll turn a small idea into a huge one. And I feel like we've changed how we're gonna, you know, do the visuals. So it's making us change how we want to drop them. But I mean, I feel like we're doing visuals for our favorite tracks, probably. Like, to be honest with you, like.
And what would be your favorite tracks?
Summer and November, Figure It Out, Palisades,
Complex Human,
Just
Last Thinking, things like that.
So, probably those 4, more than likely. Maybe more. Knowing us, maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. You know.
Depends on the label, whatever the label says.
Come on, man. Come on. I'm using that excuse to everybody. We're not even signed yet. I use that excuse
that's
like, you know,
fact.
you gotta ask the label about that one.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's a perfect excuse, man.
Tell me a little bit about your most recent project. You guys shot is it an album or is it an EP?
It's an album.
It's an album.
Yeah. It's a 8-track album.
Give us 3 songs so we can play some of them right now, and then you guys can kind of tell us a little bit while we're hearing the songs.
Let's see.
Okay.
Shit, that's hard.
I guess we could just start with the intro. I feel like that's a very self-explanatory track, and you know that was going to be the first song that a lot of people would hear from us. So we just wanted to basically give people an introduction to us.
Orange Jacket.
As Orange Jacket.
The jacket's sold separately though. You know, we don't have to be wearing the orange jacket 24/7. But you know it's us.
And you said it was the
Get acquainted if
outro
you
that was
haven't
giving
already.
you guys the outro harmony?
Fuck sitting around waiting for shit to happen. On jacket taking action. Like a bird, we on tracks attacking and overlapping. We far from your average rappers, the singers, guitarists, and average actors. We are the captains.
Orange jacket. If you can't hear it, we put it in closed captions. We anything but average, sicker than draw backwards. Said we sicker than draw backwards. Draw backwards spells to ward, and I'm mental enough to be in one. I lost my dad, so not one man could call me son. My homies tell me drop the project, but trust the progress.
We were in the group chat like
this. Words one, dog, don't get this shit mistaken. Just rhyming and having fun. Trying to put on for my family, you know I gotta stunt. Gotta make the best out of I and dead and gone. To I and dead and gone.
I'll be just the same. I don't want your 2 cents. Charge it to the game.
Since my grandpa left this earth, dog, this shit's been lame. This shit makes me wanna hop off a train.
And that's real shit. West Coast do it best. And if you talking, better say it with your chest. Little nigga, what's up? Little nigga, what's up? I heard the rap game in distress. With this S on my chest, I need no vest. Little nigga, what's up? Man, little nigga, what's up? Hey, what's up?
Yeah, orange jacket up next. And you know, nigga, straight on the west. Yeah, we do up the best.
Man, I'm trying to tell y'all better find out quick.
Yeah, orange jacket up next. And you know, nigga, straight on the west. Yeah, we do up the best. Yeah, we do us the
If you
best.
don't know, now you know, nigga.
Yeah, so that was the intro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just wanted to introduce ourselves on that track.
Pretty much.
And I knew that Orange Jacket was gonna be one of those things where people always ask us where did it come from, and etc. So for that song, I just wanted to just basically say, you know, it's more of a feeling than anything. We don't gotta always be wearing an orange jacket.
Yeah.
But you know, it's still us.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go with Figure It Out.
Figure it out. All right.
I'm sorry that I missed your call. I'm sorry, can't take this no more. I hope you figure it out. I hope you figure it out. Hope you figure it out. I hope you figure it out. I hope you figure it out. Hope you figure it out.
My cup's on empty. and so is my car. I barely got that gas money, guess I figure it out. I rarely have that cash money, guess I figure it out. I've been down before, shit we all had. But it's hard when you waiting on that call back. Girl, if you don't hit my line, it's gonna be all bad. If you don't take this hint, I won't flinch a tad. We going on day 2 and no reply. I'm really confused, thought I was a cool guy. Now my feelings cool enough to match the sky. Why was I so naive to every single lie? I'm sitting on the couch, now I'm sitting on my bed. Can't seem to get the fuck out of my own head. Another love lost, guess I figure it out. Another broken heart, shit, I hope I figure it out. I hope I figure it out.
I'm sorry that I missed your call.
I had sorry, baby.
I'm sorry, can't take this no more.
I just can't take it no more.
I hope you figure it out. 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 I hope you solve it. I hope you solve it. Something like a mathematic problem. Don't get me started. I was down the ride like Harley.
You'll never figure it out.
Of course not. I've been depressed inside of this house, and I've been feeling these doubts, and I don't wanna go out. Even had a couple days where I scream and I shout.
It don't get better, bro. You'll never figure it out.
Yeah, like a fucking mosh pit. She ain't using logic. She ain't using knowledge. That's a red light. I even told her to stop it.
That's some real shit, but you won't figure it out.
I never figure it out. I never figure it out. I'll never figure it out. I never figure it out. I'll never figure it out. I'll never figure it out.
You on to something, bro. You just might figure it out. You almost figured it out.
I'm sorry that I missed your call. I'm sorry, can't take this no more. I hope you figure it out. I hope you figure it out. Hope you figure it out. I hope you figure it out. I hope you figure it out. Hope you figure it out. I'm sorry that I missed your
This is one of
call.
my personal favorites. Like, I don't know why. I love this song. So it's one I can come back to, you know. Like,
Yeah. Is it just the feel of the song that resonates, or like the content of what you're talking about?
yeah, but it's pretty much both.
Okay.
It was more, the song was like more for like him and what
Yeah.
he was kind of going through. I just
Okay.
kind of just revolved that around
Yeah.
like him and
Okay.
his personal
Yeah.
And
feelings.
it's just like, I feel him, it's just like the feeling like that the song just like gives, like the production I love, like
Yeah.
the vocals I love. So yeah, that was Figure It Out. Yeah, that's probably like, I don't know, like we just wanted to make that's another genre bending kind of track.
Yeah.
for sure.
It doesn't have any kind of like hip hop, like, I guess, pieces to it besides my rapping.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know, we just wanted to do something.
Okay.
Something different.
And throughout the project, you know, like you hear some very personal things that you guys talk about. You know,
Yeah.
You guys go pretty deep. You know, was there any point where you were just like, do I really want to say this, or is just
Nah,
let it all
'cause
out? You know.
I know in this day and age,
Yeah.
if you don't say it, someone else will. So I feel like to get ahead of everything, like I'm saying everything that I want to. Like no one could sit here and like talk to me like 5 years later and be like, oh, I remember when you was broke. I'm like, I know. I remember when I was broke. Like I was rapping about being broke on the last song. Like I know. Like I was broke. I was fine with it. So it's like when you fine with it, it makes people love it more, because you know you saying something that other people might not like be able to say but want to say it. Or going through it but don't know how to really like, you know, like perceive it. Because I noticed like making music, the feedback that I got from music, and like just like all off of like the like local like fan base that we have so far, people resonate with our music, and music is supposed to resonate with people. So it's like I gotta like, it's not a duty, but you know, like I gotta say some stuff while I'm making music, because everybody doesn't have that ability. Like that's a God-given ability to make music. So it's like everybody doesn't have that ability. So to make it, we just gotta make it, and you know, say stuff that people might be afraid to say. I feel like it might be the unanimous favorite. Everybody tells me that it's their favorite. Summer in November.
Summer in November. Let's give people what they want then.
Yeah.
I won't waste your time, I know you tired of it. Promise that you won't have no problems with. Man, the trains never tired. Everything you want, know I got it. Baby, just slide and come be mine, come be mine. Give you a taste of island vibes. Fucking with me, you'll be alright. I will make the time, should get so fun,
Everything you want, no, I got it. Size entertaining all your nonsense. You know you can't be sent to the beach. So why you tryna start out these goddamn problems, girl? Yeah,
it's cold.
I want you, do anything for you.
Yeah,
I need you, do anything to please you.
let me take you to places you never been. We could chill up on the boat,
Ain't that bass?
or chill up on the island.
That was Kelsey.
Nah, that's Kelsey, yeah. Free national.
Sun shining on your lips.
It's crazy.
Everything feel right when I'm on this beach. Shit. I hope you stay with me. I hope you stay with me. Yeah. I hope you stay with me. I hope you stay with me. Stay with me.
I know you need someone in your
You
life.
guys mind if I put this on my story?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
It's out. It's not leaking.
Nah, you good, man.
I won't waste your time, I know you tired of it. Promise that you won't have no problems with. Man, your dreams never ties it. Everything you want, know I got it. Is this all that we need? Yes, I guarantee. To fulfill your needs, just tell me where you wanna be. 25, I promise you'll be soaring across the seas. Never felt a river till you got between the sheets.
Go over that.
You won't have no problems with. So you won't have no problems.
Yeah, that was the last track that we had actually like finished to wrap the album. Dion is a good friend of mine, and I've like worked with him on a professional basis, like doing pictures and stuff. So like through that we was able to connect.
Okay.
And once I started making music, I knew one of my goals, like not goals, like I needed to have a song with him.
Yeah.
Because I just loved his music so much and the vibe that he gave.
Okay.
So when we were making music together, I already knew like we could kind of like make that kind of track.
Yeah.
And then Keith had this beat in the vault. We played it next to him and then Kelsey Gonzalez on Free Nationals. Kelsey liked the song enough to like put his bass on it, so that's fire, made the beat that much better.
Yeah.
And then Dion went crazy, and once he gave the go on the verse, that was the album, and that was a great feeling once it was wrapped. So
Yeah, when we submitted that.
yeah,
that was crazy. Then we seen it on actual platforms.
yeah.
Bro.
Seen on all platforms.
What?
I took the like largest sigh of relief ever. I had
for sure.
I had a headache that couldn't stop for the like past week. Like since we had done like the listener party, basically since then we're like, we got all these people saying they love the album, got good feedback on it. I was like, okay, so where's the like songs at? What's up?
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, like we're trying to get it done. Like even then it wasn't fully done yet.
Yeah.
So like we still had to finish the shit and then drop it, and thankfully it was done and dropped like the next day. But, yeah.
And how are you guys feeling like leading up to the release date? You know,
It was looking stressful.
Stressful as fuck. I understand why people stop like making music or like stop projects halfway through. It is stressful.
It was
as
only
fuck.
stressful because we care about our shit.
Yeah.
Like this is our music. So I mean,
if you didn't like get stressed making music or dropping it more so, like you're not dropping shit that you actually like. Because if you wouldn't have cared, like it would have been, hey, whenever it drops. Like we really cared about these tracks. We really wanted these tracks to be out. So it was stressful to say the least, but it was still fun.
very fun.
It was like also hilarious, like to have like my close friends hitting me like, yo, like where's the album? Where's the album? Like I was one of those artists, and it was funny to like have that for a minute. But it was cool.
A lot of creative pressure, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it gave us a lot to like use going forward with drops and releases, to understand, okay, like maybe we don't say we're gonna drop an album, and maybe we just drop it whenever we're done with it, rather than like give people a like rollout for it, because rollouts are good, but then people are antsy and expectations.
I've had my fair share.
Come on,
the
expectations is what kills it.
You live and you learn. This is our,
exactly.
our first experiment, so we grow from here. So.
But I mean, you guys have a really solid foundation to build upon.
I appreciate it, bro. For real,
so
it means a lot.
Sky's the limit, really. It's really up to you guys to just make it happen.
My name is Keith Applewhite. Our project that we currently have out is called Jacket Sold Separately, the album by Orange Jacket, and my social media handle on Instagram is Keith Applewhite _ and on Twitter is Applewhite __. So it's pretty much that.
I'm Brandon Michael. Again, Jacket Sold Separately, out everywhere. You can get it anywhere, everywhere. I'm a part of Orange Jacket. You can follow Orange Jacket on Twitter and Instagram at OrangeJacket562. We post there. We give all our content there. And my personal Twitter is Brandon Michael, and that's Mykel for anybody who doesn't know how to spell it. And then my Instagram is at not Brandon Michael. That's not Brandon Michael because it's not me. So whatever is posted there, I can't speak for. But yeah, Jacket Sold Separately, out everywhere. Get it.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm Brandon Michael.
I'm Keith Applewhite.
And we're Orange Jacket here at Slacker Studios. And shout out to
Whiskeey Pose.
I'm almost home, baby, I'm sorry for keeping you waiting.
The safe word will be whiskey.
Do you mean whiskey?